Vesemir's back. And I love every second of it. Right now, I know we're 2 episodes in, but by God, the best episode. What a doozy.
There was so much that happened in this episode. I'm right now trying to think about everything that happened.
Oh, don't worry. I have my handy dandy notebook that you guys can't see.
For the first time, we're back at Kaer Morhen. It's winter.
I've never seen it, except in the animated.
I didn't know there were that many Witchers left.
I was trying to count them. What'd you get? 9, 8, between 8 and 10
At
is
the
what
end
I think I counted.
of the movie, Nightmare of the Wolf, there were 4 boys, I believe. Right. Geralt was one of them. But they somehow found a way to make more Witchers.
All right, let's say that maybe the animated wasn't necessarily spot on with count.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was spot on. I think we
might
find out more lore later about how they made more Witchers without there being the ability to do so. But there were several instances where it referenced Nightmare of the Wolf. So, like you, who didn't play the games or read the books, you were like, "Ooh, I know that, I know that, I know that."
That was the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
I felt like finally that I fit in with this whole like
universe.
Witcher thing, and never playing the game, and now I finally was like, "Yeah, I know this character.
Yeah,
I know this." Thanks to you, I've had like monster names and stuff that I've known like when popping up and. With what this episode with the monster that was in it, the Leshen.
Yep.
Which I don't think I've seen a cool a cool monster like that in a long time.
Animated perfectly. The CGI on that was great.
It was great. I knew something was wrong with Eskel.
Yep.
Obviously, and then the way they were talking about it, and then they had Ladies of the Evening brought over, which is great. You got to celebrate.
Did not like that.
Yeah, because he's being a father now. I guess things turn. You don't want to see women when you have a little woman. I have no idea. But, whatever. She came out anyway because she's going to be a badass.
He just didn't want them to bring him back there. He said, you can do whatever you want outside there. Don't bring him back to Kaer Morhen.
But here's my question, everybody. Who the fuck's Geralt when it comes to that?
Well,
if I have to pick a choice, Vesemir is in charge. Hands down.
Well, we'll find out. Because in the game, which is well past where we're at in the show,
where Geralt's
Vesemir is kind of like getting near like retirement. This is probably Vesemir towards the end of his prime.
Yeah, like he's. So, I was saying like
you're probably right.
Past middle age. Still badass, although he was going to die.
Getting to the other part of the episode that confused the shit out of me, which was Yennefer's part with the elves.
I might be able to help you, or somebody might be able to help us, as we get these questions.
If anybody knows what the visions meant in the context of where we are in the plot right now, and maybe some things I probably missed, is Yennefer's powers gone?
Gone. That's why she was screaming at the end of the episode.
She was trying to portal.
She was trying.
And she can't.
Well, that's what her vision said. If you were so powerful, you would have got out of here already. But she couldn't. And then she brought that test, that original test, that she couldn't do when she was first learning.
And man, that scream she let out at the end was good enough for like the best metal band I've listened to.
And you knew
that was great.
That
great acting.
It was sorrow, and she's
lost. She's lost.
What is she? Okay, so she made herself. She was a strong mage. Made herself beautiful, but that was the reason. So the only thing she was missing at that time was a child.
And now she's lost her powers.
She's missing her powers.
So I am fascinated to know where she goes from here. If we're right and her powers are gone.
Well, which
we're assuming they are.
I'm going to say they're not gone. I'm going to say that they're stunted because she let out so much energy doing the fire magic, which they're not supposed to do.
But you don't think the witch took them away from her?
No, I think they were gone prior.
Oh, see, I don't know. What I was interpreting was the witch took them away.
Oh, no.
Whoever it was in the house that had eyes that were windows.
Which I believe that last concept of her with the dark robes and the gray hair, that was her true form. Yeah. Because each one saw a version of something they didn't want to see, essentially. Mm-hmm. But good came out of it once they came out of the vision, minus with Yennefer having her issues. And then there's Filavandrel, who is... We met him in Season 1 with the Mountain Goat Man and Geralt and Jaskier.
Who's still not in the season.
I think he's coming soon. I think he's coming real soon.
Well, next episode?
No, because they're in Kaer Morhen. So they have to... I don't think no one knows where it is. He has to leave again.
Well...
But I don't know if that's happening because we've hit a training arc.
Getting back to Geralt's story in this episode, I told you... Ciri learned from the first episode. All those girls from the brothel, wherever they work, they were all leaving. They were like, "Come, girl, we're all leaving." And she was like, "I'll see you later." Geralt said, "Stay here."
Yeah. And
I was telling my wife when we watched the episode, I was like, "All those women die."
Right. And you know what?
They
deserving.
didn't, though.
They tried to save him. they were like, hey, just stay down here. We'll take care of it. You got 8+ Witchers out there on your side.
I'd have stayed there too.
I'm safe. I'll take their word. They'll come get me.
And then so when Geralt had to kill Eskel.
Yeah.
And then he hung his medallion from that tree. Man, there are a lot dead.
Oh yeah, like and
My
and
God.
that was I loved his emblem of his thing. It was that root one that you saw in the opening of the episode with like the roots coming off the wolf, which I thought was kind of neat. And he didn't want to. Neither Vesemir or Geralt didn't want to kill Eskel at all.
I wonder why he didn't tell Geralt what was wrong with him from the start. Because he said he thought he could help him, but he didn't want to tell him what was wrong.
Well, that's what it looked like Geralt was doing, like picking open the hand, and like he looked like he was trying to make something, because they obviously know that the power of
he was
this
dissecting it.
Yeah, just trying to figure it out. But yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't tell, like, they're your best friends or your family, not even best friends. You walk in and be like, guys, we have a problem. Like, help me.
Yeah.
And that to me means that the legend's still out there. It just infected him. And he's now just out doing his thing.
I thought it was going to come in the last episode, but it was the monster of episode 2. So we're, so far, 2 episodes, 2 monsters. So we're...
I mean, yes, I was going to say, we didn't see the real one. We just saw the infected one.
Or was that the turned into a monster.
That's true. And very well done. And Geralt had to take care of him.
It was a great episode.
He just grabs young... Geralt takes Ciri by the hand and...
She's going to become a Witcher.
Oh my God, I saw... And now, I have not looked ahead, and I know all the episodes are out right now, but we're slow feeding ourselves because I want to understand this one better than I did the first one. So... But I saw a glimpse of her, like, in her black outfit. I'm like, she's going to be a badass.
I can't wait.
And and she's going to kill the Black Knight, whatever you want to call them.
So that was episode 2 of The Witcher. We're going to roll right into episode 3 because I just can't stand having to watch one episode of record, one episode of record.
It's all right, though.
But yeah, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you like the episode. And as always, we will see you on the next video.